Hello everybody and welcome to September 2022, and it is time for the monthly update for the channel. Wanted to let you guys know what's going on, give you kind of the rundown on what's happening so that you know what you can expect from this month. So let's go down the list, guys. First of all, please consider donating to the channel in some way. Subscribing always helps. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. That really helps us out too in terms of the YouTube algorithm, and also because money is always a little bit tight and I want to be able to continue doing what I do. You can consider donating on Patreon. You can find the link in the description, or going to my Teespring page where we actually have some pretty cool merchandise done by the wonderful artists Hannah and Jay, who I'll be talking about in just a minute. You can buy yourself some merch and help support the channel that way. Thank you so much. Now let's get on to the rest of the video. Before we get started though, again, sorry I have to do this, I want to do a quick shout out to my friends Jay and Hannah, two phenomenal artists who have been very good friends of mine for a long time. Hannah has been doing some awesome new art lately, and not just for me, but for other stuff too. Some of that art is scrolling across the screen now. Some of it finished, some not finished, but you know Hannah, she just is amazing at what she does. Give her some love, guys. Her Instagram link is in the description. And then there's Jay. Jay is a professional comic artist who does that as a job now. He does take commissions. You can contact him via Instagram. His Instagram is also in the description. He has done some phenomenal images, including this one that you saw on the thumbnail of Cyborg Claire. Yes, he knew that Hannah drew a female version of me, so he decided to do it too, but make me a cyborg this time, and boy, that ain't bad right there. Can I just say that? Anyway, moving on. Thank you for following Jay and Hannah. I hope that you will continue to look after them. In fact, there's another artist I want to shout out before we go too far into this. Her name is Nahami. She does have a YouTube channel, although I don't know how active she is on it. She's a friend of mine on DeviantArt who's actually worked on a story or two with me. She's an excellent artist in her own right. Wanted to give her a shout out too, because I'm going to be talking about one of the stories we worked on in the future during a story sharing, but more on that later. So, what's been going on in the world of Raven and Lark? Substitute teaching for me, and wow, I have been subbing from kindergarten age kids all the way up to 8th grade kids. It's a lot different from when I was teaching high school, I'll tell you that right now, but what I have learned is that teaching kindergartners isn't that different from teaching seniors in high school. Both will ignore you and do what they want. But the difference is a kindergartner will smile sheepishly and go, sorry, when you catch them. A senior in high school will just give you the middle finger and go, yeah, I dare you to stop me, teach. So, take it for what it's worth. Not saying the middle school is a good middle ground, because I've found that a lot of middle schoolers don't give a dang about authority anyway, so it's hard to get them to do anything. Lark will tell you that. He works with them daily. So, again, take it for what it's worth. It is rewarding in its own right. I do make money off of it, but I have to be constantly doing it because it's not something that I get paid for if I don't work. You know, I can't take a day off and expect to get paid for it. So I have to be going in regularly. That's why I brought up the, donating aspect, because, I got to be doing that a lot. I'm also on the tech team at my church, which means that I work pro presenter, I run the slides, I work sound, I work cameras, I work lighting, I do a lot of stuff. I practice on Wednesday nights, and then I do it on Sunday mornings. It's a lot. I don't get paid to do it. It's volunteer work, but it is something that I want to do for the church. I love these guys. They're awesome. In fact, you can watch our church's live streams every Sunday and see what kind of stuff there is. In fact, if I'm doing the camera or slides with Pro Presenter, you'll actually see me at work. So I'll leave the link to that YouTube channel in the description as well, so you can check it out. Sadly, guys, with all this stuff going on, it's hard to have free time anymore. I'm still going to be working on the YouTube channel. Don't you guys worry about that. I've still got more that I want to do. Just some things may come out slower. Some things might not come out in the way that I want them to. That's why some of the stuff that I say I'm going to be working on here might not come out in September, but know that I do have them at the forefront of my mind. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, For Honor, Heroes in History, what's it doing right now? Absolutely nothing. There are no new heroes to talk about in Heroes in History, though I can't wait for the new hero to come out. I'm not going to do anything new with Heroes in History until that new hero comes out, which will probably be sometime in the 4th season, and so I'm just going to wait and let that run its course, So we'll see what happens there. For Honor and Glory will be updated this month, hopefully twice. I'd like to do 2 chapters of For Honor and Glory this month, if I can. I've got a big thing coming. Y'all are going to like the twist that's on its way. I am super excited, so stay tuned for that. A new Legend video is on its way. It's going to be on Warlord, and then after Warlord, I don't know, but I want to get another Legend video out, so there is that. And the other thing that I want to say about For Honor before we move on to the next stuff is some people wonder why I continue to make For Honor content and all that, why I stay with it. Because I feel like, genuinely, I am one of the most positive people left making content for the game. A lot of the people that I used to associate with a lot in terms of For Honor don't seem as positive with it anymore, and that makes me a little sad. I know that For Honor is not a perfect game. I know that it's got a lot of flaws, but I still love it to death, and I want to continue staying positive for it. So please, if you're one of those people who comments and saying, dead game, or why do you still play this? Take it somewhere else, man. I don't want to hear it, because I'm just going to say, why are you here? That's all I'm going to say. So, For Honor is going to be a little slow, although I will tell you, and this is something I can verify 100%, that on the 13th, when they do the announcement of the new season and the reveal and all that, I will be doing a live stream reaction to that. You can bet money on it. You can bet money on that, okay? I will be there. Please stay tuned on September 13th, this month, coming up soon. I will be doing a live stream reacting to the new season reveal. Be there or be square. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just kidding. You're all awesome whether you show up or not, but I'd like you to show up. Helps me out, and it shows that you're excited about the new season. All right, moving on. Dead by Daylight. Got a lot to say about this. Analyzing two Halloween characters, Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, the survivor and killer of the Halloween series. I'm going to need to do some brushing up on the Halloween franchise, because I'm only familiar with the original movie, and I like the original movie, but I haven't seen any of the sequels because I didn't want to. But I will be talking about Laurie Strode first, and then we'll move on to Michael Myers. And as we get into October, we'll do more Dead by Daylight videos. And I also want to say this. I don't know anything about Wesker because I don't know much about Resident Evil as a franchise. I know that the newest one had a really hot mama that one of my inspirations, Bozen Bunch, did a video where he made that very clear how he sees that hot mama. But as for Wesker, I don't know anything about him. I don't know much about Resident Evil. I don't know much about how that works or what that franchise is like. So I'm not going to sit here and go, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Wesker. To me, I'm just like, okay. He looks cool. So there is that. So I'm not going to make an immediate video about Wesker, so just don't expect that. Also, and this is going to disappoint a lot of people, but I am not going to be doing a Hooked on You live video. And I'll tell you why. I wanted to play it out a little bit to try to, get the feel for it, to see if there was anything inappropriate in it before I did a live video. And as I played through it, I'll be real honest, guys, it bored me. It started out kind of funny and fun and entertaining because there was a lot of jokes there and there was a lot of self-awareness as to what it was. But it started to bore me. Look, I've only played 2 dating simulators in my life. This one and one called Katawa Shoujo. And one thing that I noticed from playing the 2 games is that with Katawa Shoujo, it felt like a linear story where as you experience time with all the characters, it drew out the dialogue and the experiences. It felt like every moment was a unique one. But when I was playing Hooked on You, even when you were alone with a killer, like building that relationship, you'd suddenly get interrupted by the dialogue forcing a joke or a self-aware moment, or by another character just randomly inserting themselves into the conversation. It got really weird and really off-putting, and it got to the point where I was kind of like, okay, some of these jokes are getting a little lame. Could we move on now? Some of the jokes really did hit home. I'm not going to deny that, and I think it is worth at least one playthrough, but honestly, I have no real desire to go back and do another playthrough. It's just kind of like, okay, this was a fun experience. I'm glad I did it, and I hope other people will play it too, because it is worth playing. But I don't know, for me, I was just kind of bored of it after a while. As soon as I finished up my run through with Huntress, I was kind of like, that was fun. I'm probably not going to play it again. So there is that. Sorry guys, I know y'all were kind of excited for that, but I can't say that I would do it live for you and still enjoy it. I can't say that I would. Okay, so let's move on. Rainbow Six Siege. The new operator Grim is a joke. In fact, newsflash, someone from Singapore actually left a comment explaining more reasons why he's bad. I've pinned his comment. Go check it out. But if you want to see my thoughts on Grim, check out the new video I released called Not the Bees. Rainbow Six wins. A lot of people have been asking me, since I do Rainbow Six cringe videos where I talk about the bad new operators, will I do videos talking about the good operators? I would like to do that. I think that's a good idea. It's not fair to anybody who likes Rainbow Six Siege to just bash on the bad stuff when there are some good things to talk about. So the first one will be on Thatcher. I look forward to that. And then, of course, the big one, how to fix Rainbow Six Siege lore. That's one thing that people have been asking me. If I could fix Rainbow Six Siege, how would I do it? I think there are some ways. So I will be releasing a video at some point, hopefully this month, talking about how I would fix Rainbow Six Siege if I could. All right, onward from Rainbow Six Siege, Warhammer. Yes, you asked for it. You're getting it. We're talking Warhammer on this channel. But we're going to do it carefully. I want to make sure that we do this in a way that's a little unique. I don't want to be just like folks like Luton or Major Kill or the Book of Troyer or anything like that. I want to make sure that if I make this content, it's unique. And I found out something from Lark that I didn't know. There aren't a lot of channels out there that do Crash Course stuff, like for brand new people. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start off by doing a few Crash Course series, starting with Crash Course Chaos. I want to talk about the Chaos Gods, because I think that they're a major part of both Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy, and I'd like to talk about each one individually, what works about them, what I don't like about them, where they come from, what their goals are, what they're all about, what they do, what they're capable of, what they are not capable of. There's a lot to go into there. We're going to start with the gifts of Nurgle. So I really am excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And eventually I plan to do a whole video talking about nothing but Naja Aldmera, how I came up with that, how I was designing my own Primarch, and how she fits into the Warhammer lore after some more thought. So really excited about that. That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so writing-wise, so for writing, I got some more writing rooms that I want to do, starting with the problem with self-insertion. I do think that one of the problems that a lot of writers have is when they try to self-insert themselves into their stories. In fact, segueing off of that, I'm going to be doing a video called How to Fix She-Hulk, because I think that one of the biggest problems that She-Hulk has is that she is a self-insert character for the director. She sucks. She's a Mary Sue. But if we change a few things, if we fix just a few things about her story in episode 1, I think we may be able to salvage something. Nothing great, mind you, but something better than what we got. So I'll be talking about that in a future video. On top of writing, I'm also going to be doing a few more audio readings. Troy and Frost Chapter 17 just came out, and guys, it is my favorite chapter of Troy and Frost. It's the one that I spent a long time writing. Jay said that it was his favorite chapter. I think it's my favorite chapter. We spent a lot of time talking and gushing about that scene. He drew a phenomenal image for the scene. You can see it right here. It is beautiful. I love it so much. So please go listen to it if you haven't yet. It's awesome. And then I'm almost done with a book that me and Jay have been working on called Nomad. And I was thinking maybe I could do an audio reading of that. Maybe. I don't know. Could be. I mean, if I finish the book, it'll be easy to read the chapters. You won't have to wait on any. Hint, hint. Let me know if you'd like to hear about Nomad. That'd be fun. All right, and then all the other stuff that don't necessarily have categories. Lark's Lamentation, his next one, will be on a clan of vampires from Skyrim. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but I think it's the Volkar, something like that. In either case, they suck, so that's what it's going to be about. And I don't mean that because they're vampires. I mean they're terrible. Lark is really looking forward to getting into them, but before he can get into that, he's working on the next Assassin's Creed graded video on Syndicate. In fact, that was him suffering as he plays Assassin's Creed Syndicate. He's not having fun, guys. This is not a good one. I'm going to go ahead and give you a spoiler. We're not enjoying this one. You can expect us to rip it a new one when we get to that episode. So just saying, yeah, it's... Yeah. Don't worry, we'll get there. Moving on, I'd like to do some more response videos if I could in the future, but I'm running out of stuff to respond to, guys, you know? Extra Credits isn't making as much cringe as they used to. I'm finding fewer and fewer articles on CBR that I can really poke fun at because I don't know nearly as much as what they're talking about. You know, I'm running out of stuff here, guys, so if y'all find anything, videos, articles, whatever, that you'd like me to respond to, send it my way. I'd rather not anything political, if you could, like nothing about Biden or the politics of the day or Trump or anything like that. I try to avoid that if I can, but if it's just some SJW cringe, sure, I'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll respond to it. We'll see, but just send it my way. I'd like to see it. If you can send it in the comments or send it on my Discord under video topics, send it my way. I'd love to have a look at it. Also, more story sharing is on the way, including some very old stories of mine that I actually finished but will never publish because I want to work on them some more. I think you'll like some of them. Some of them I think are right up y'all's alley, if you know what I'm saying. So really, really excited about all that. There's so much going on the channel, guys. I'll tell you the truth. One of the saddest things about this channel is that I have so many ideas, so many things that I want to do, but only a limited amount of time to do it all. And then people are like, where's this? Where's that? Like, for example, Fantastical History. I'm finally finally writing the script for Fairies, Fantastical History Fairies. And people have been saying, when's Fantastical History? When's Fantastical History? I'm sorry it's taken so long. I have no excuse. It's just been on hiatus because I've been working on other projects and I kind of put that aside, but that's the downside, you know? You put so much emphasis on the new and fun and experimental that you forget about the old tried and true, so I apologize for that. Fantastical History will be coming back, but that's the thing, guys. I have so much I want to do, so many ideas going on inside my head, and I just cannot wait to share it with you guys. Like, for example, I announced that I'd be doing a read-through of Journey to the West, and y'all are very excited for that. I can't wait to do it, but I need to make sure that I do it well. So I want to make sure that I'm working my way through the story. I want to read through the story, figure out the best way that I want to present this to you. I might get to that this month. I might get to it on October, or I might save it for next year entirely and make it a year-long thing. You never know what craziness I might try to do. I'm crazy like that. But I will give y'all a small warning. Just a small one. Like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, financial situation is tight. If it gets any tighter than it already is, I may need to take some time off YouTube to focus on making money. I know that it gets old to hear the shill about Teespring and Patreon and subscribing and all that kind of stuff, but YouTube has made it its mission to try to age restrict and limit monetization on a lot of my videos. I've been fighting back, but it's a losing battle in a lot of cases. So monetization has been very difficult for me to do here, and I need to be making money. You know, it looks like the trip to Japan that I was planning might have to be postponed for a little while because I just don't have the financial capability to do it. And if that happens, I might have to step off of YouTube for a little while. That's not going to happen this month. I intend to stick it through this month, but we'll have to see about October or November, or, you know, I might have to pick a month where I just don't upload anything, or I upload very seldomly. I don't want that to happen. I really, really, really don't want that to happen. I promise. So I'm going to do everything in my power not to let that happen. But if it does, of course, I will let you guys know. But hey, that's not going to happen this month. This September, I got a lot of plans, as you just heard. There's a lot I really want to do. I'm very, very excited. And you know what, guys? This has been phenomenal. But before I go, the question of the day. As I sometimes do with these update videos, I answer a commonly asked question that people bring forward to me, and I try to answer it here in the video so that you guys know my thoughts on it, or the truth. So one of the questions that I've been getting a lot recently, this is one that I've been getting a lot recently, is why do I play as a female a whole lot in video games, be it in For Honor, be it in The Division 2, be it that kind of stuff. Why do I play as a female so often? And that's a good question. I don't always play as a female. There are times where I'll play as a male. Like, for example, my Mass Effect Shepard, he's a male, so there is that. I do have a Skyrim male character, so there is that. But why do I play as a female so often in other games? There are 3 reasons. The first one being, it's kind of a roleplay thing. It's kind of I want to have an out-of-body experience. I want to try something different, try something very new. If you present me with the opportunity to create a totally new character of my own design, I kind of go like, ooh, let me get creative. And then I start messing with race, messing with gender, messing with alignment, messing with capability or class. I want to make something that will be a unique experience for me that isn't just me living out some personal self-inserted fantasy, you know? I feel like if I make a male character, I'm just always going to gear them towards making them just like me, and I sometimes want to avoid that. That's the first reason. The second reason is it's a little different from the norm. I notice that a lot when I go into For Honor matches, most of the people play male characters unless the character they play is female gender locked. Having another female Tiandi or female Raider on the match, I feel is fine. I don't have an issue with it. And I think it can be a creative change from just the same thing over and over again. And the third and final reason, honestly, girls are hot. I like women. I like looking at chicks. But let's be honest here. So I do not mind picking a female character skin to play as, because it's like, hey, I'm playing as something attractive, playing as something fun. Like, it doesn't always have to be a cry for help. It doesn't always have to be I've got weird issues. It sometimes can just be, I like to do something a little different, a little fun. I like looking at attractive ladies kicking butt. There's nothing wrong with that. I know what Hollywood likes to do with attractive ladies that kick butt, but that doesn't mean I have to do it. Sometimes it is up to me to make the female characters in action movies or video games that we deserve. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Give me some for that. All right. So, anyway, Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was meaningful to you, and I hope that you learned a lot from it. Again, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel, leaving a like on the video, or a comment down below, because I always read the comments. If you'd like to support me further, I do have a Patreon on Teespring. Links are in the description for that. And don't forget to check out Jay's Instagram and Hannah's Instagram, and go check out the DeviantArt page and YouTube channel of Nahami, because she is also a wonderful artist that I greatly appreciate and support. I need to get back in touch with her. We haven't talked in a while, so I'd like to get back in touch with her. She is German, by the way, for those of you in my German audience. So I guess I'll say auf Wiedersehen to all my German friends out there. All the ways I can say goodbye. Let's see. Adios, zai schön, annyeonghaseyo, sayonara. I'm dragging this out too long now, guys. Again, I just want y'all to know I'm excited for what's coming. I'm excited to have such a large audience. We've reached 25.1 thousand subscribers. This is huge, guys. I'm so excited for what's coming. I got so many ideas. Can't wait. Anyway, guys, looking forward to what September has to offer, and I will see you in it in my next video. Take care.